Hello and welcome back or to the channel. Today I'm wearing my Seiko SKX007 to a watch unboxing, and it's not a Seiko, but an homage watch that is attributed to a very famous Seiko diver, the Seiko Turtle 6105. Can an homage watch scratch the itch of a classic diver? Well, we're going to find out. So let's discuss where the name Captain Willard came from. Of course, that's a character from Apocalypse Now, originally released in 1979. This is footage from the Redux version. Just a brilliant film, probably one of the greatest films ever made. This is referring to the Captain Willard as the 6105 from Seiko. It's a diver that ran from 1968 up to late 70s. And Martin Sheen sports this thing throughout the film. And yes, don't blink, that is Francis Ford Coppola, the genius director, producer, co-screenwriter himself. He's posing as a news commentator there in a cameo, and I'd love to know what watch he was wearing himself. There's watches all over this film, from Brando wearing his own Rolex GMT to Robert Duvall's character. But of course, Martin Sheen, in his brilliant performance as Captain Willard, has sort of immortalized this watch from Seiko. And check out the Redux version of Apocalypse Now. Alright, that concludes my movie review. Let's get back to the watch. And let's jump onto one of my favorite websites, Amazon.com, where we see the Watchdives store, linked to where I purchased this watch. And I did pay for this watch with my own money, and there's a couple different versions, the blue dial, the black dial, silicone, or steel bracelet. I went with the black dial steel bracelet combo, and there's some improvements arguably over the original. We've got sapphire crystal, we have a ceramic bezel, we've got a better movement, arguably, I don't know. It's the Seiko licensed NH35 movement that you find in many micro brands, and some other improvements we'll talk about. But very excited to get to this watch. And let's pop open this little snap case here. And again, it's a softer plastic, but nice touch. Well padded, well wrapped first impression there. The watch is in there. It's pretty heavy and it's well packaged. We've got a couple of adjustment tools, which is cool. And I don't see any paperwork. Nope, no paperwork or any warranty card. But it's all about the watch, as we always say. Let's unwrap this. Well packaged, obviously, for a long shipment. Made in China, so it had a long way to go. But first impressions are beautiful. And that signature case that we know and love from the original Willard 6105. And very well wrapped. Goodness. It's going to take a second to get this thing untied, and a nice signed clasp. It's got some micro adjust. Let's get the wrapping off of that. And gorgeous brushed, polished, nice milled hinge system on the clasp. Beautiful stainless steel marking there, and just a nice, well-constructed bracelet. Yep, double button release on that locking clasp, and what a beautiful first impression. That sapphire crystal with an AR coating on it, reducing some of that glare. And it almost has sort of a blue aura around that glass. It must be some of the AR coating in that sapphire. But it's all about that gorgeous crown guard that's a screw-down crown. We've got polished edges with a brushed top and a signed crown. Excellent touches here. Beautiful first impression. What do you think? Gorgeous. Let's go through some of the key features. We mentioned the Seiko movement, the NH35A. It is a hand wind, hand hack, automatic 24 jewel movement, which is very cool. Screw down signed crown. We have 316 stainless steel. Sapphire crystal with AR. We have a milled folding clasp with 6-pin micro adjust. We have a screw down case back and a ceramic 120 click rotating bezel. What's not to love? 200 meter water resistance on this watch versus the original Seiko, which was only 150 meter, I believe. So my first impressions are gorgeous. And again, this is a homage watch. I'm not sure how I was going to feel about an homage or tribute watch, because this is not a Seiko product. This is Watchdives' version of a brilliant Seiko design, and I'm a big Seiko fan. So far, it looks and feels terrific. The fit, the finish, You got that unidirectional 120 tooth bezel. Nice tolerances. We have a ceramic ring and a beautiful coined edge to grip. Very responsive clicks there. Got a little bit of play there, but nothing that's alarming. And just a beautiful deep black ceramic treatment on this loomed rotating bezel plate. It's gorgeous. Let's flip it over and let's take a look at the case back. This is a screw down case back, but there's not any branding on it or any markings. It's just a plain case back, which I don't mind. In a 200 meter water resistance, I want a solid. I don't want that exhibition glass, but I wouldn't mind some kind of a etching or something calling out Watchdives, some branding on the screw down case back. It's a beautiful polish, but that's certainly not going to last long. It's screaming for a silicone or a NATO strap, because that stainless steel bracelet's going to be doing wonders on that beautiful polish. Let's go ahead and grab some quick dimensions on this watch. Our case diameter is 43.5 millimeters. Lug to lug, we are at 46.8. So pretty respectable there. Case thickness, we're at 13.5 millimeters. Our lug width is exactly 20 millimeters. A little bit of a difference there. I think the original Seiko 6105 was 19 millimeters. Let's grab some weight, and we are not light. 6.67 ounces with all of the links in this bracelet. Grams, we're at just under 190, 189 on the grams. And we will hopefully take some links out of this thing to size it for my 6 3/4 inch wrists. And we do have a nice micro adjust there, so hopefully this is going to fit a lot of folks. We do have a spring bar at our micro adjust clasp, and we'll pop that out, and then we'll start pushing through some links. Nice fit and finish. Again, love that signature Watchdives shield on the brushed buckle, and using our split pin removal tool, the pins come out very easy, so adjustment should be an easy learning curve. Simply rotate that tool and just push out the split little friction pins there and remove as many links as you see fit. And that's sort of the trick, is finding how many links do you need, but it's nice having that micro adjust. And I'm really liking the fit and finish of this bracelet much more than I thought I would, so pleasant surprise there. And no, this isn't a Seiko watch, but the one on my left hand is. This is my Seiko SKX 007J1. I'm a huge Seiko fan, and I will never not have Seiko in my collection. But today it's all about Watchdives. And let's get this thing on a trial run. It feels pretty good. It feels like I've got enough links removed. We could always micro adjust with that spring bar on the clasp if we have to. Let's hit the lights and do a quick lume check and see if we can pick up our ceramic bezel lume along with the main treatment of the dial, and it looks really good so far. Gonna have to do a quick comparison with our SKX 007 to be sure, but this looks really good. All right, SKX on the left, our Watchdives 6105 on the right. And I charged these up with a little O-light, and we've got some really good lume. I'll tell you what, our Watchdives WD6105 is holding its own against my amazing SKX 007 from Seiko. Love that ceramic bezel. What do you think? Looks great. And really the only thing I noticed that sticks out is the treatment on the Seiko is a little bit more of a brighter white, and the Watchdives treatment's got a little bit of a yellow patina to it, but both look great. And let's get a side shot of the classic pillowcase design. A little different, but definitely had the same DNA there. So let's get a close-up of the watch and go over just setting up the time. It's pretty straightforward, but still wanted to show you. You have a wonderful screw-down signed crown, as we mentioned. The fit and finish are incredible in this watch, and got gloves on because I'm trying to keep some of the fingerprints off that beautiful polish on the side of the case and on the glass. Got that raised bevel on that sapphire crystal, wonderful coin edge on that ceramic treated bezel. Just a gorgeous watch. Have that stoplight on the second hand there. Got framed chapter markings as well as a framed date window. Just wonderful details there. Branding on the face from Watchdives is printed, as is the 200-meter water resistance and the automatic call out. Let's go ahead and unwind the crown real quick. And it's a two-step crown. You pull it out to the first step and we're adjusting the date. And I always like to go to the day before on the date. And once we're at that step, we'll pull out to the last stop of the crown, and that's our time setting mode. We'll sweep it to the right until we advance through to the next day. And then, as you see, our NH35 second hands is a hacking hand, so you can really pinpoint your time. And the other advantage is you do have a hand wind feature. With this movement, I've heard that 55 turns will get it fully wound. Your mileage may vary, but it should have a 41-hour power reserve, which is cool. Once you've got it properly wound, go ahead and dial back in your crown and screw it in to maintain that 200-meter water resistance, and your watch is set. Pretty easy. So let's get this watch on wrist and take a look. What do you think? I'm really digging the bracelet much more than I thought I would. When I think of the Captain Willard 6105 series, I'm thinking of a silicone band or a NATO strap. Typically, I'm not thinking of a beautiful stainless steel bracelet, but this thing feels and looks wonderful. It's still not light. I've just weighed this in. It is just under 6 ounces, even with some links removed. I'm at 5.96 ounces or 167 grams. I still want to try some different aftermarket bands on this thing, but it's definitely scratching the itch so far for that Seiko Turtle Captain Willard form factor, if you will. So extremely happy so far. All right, I have a 20mm Barton Elite silicone watch band. This is your traditional, just black and stainless configuration. It does come with 2 different links. Let's get this thing slapped on and take a look at how this awesome dive watch silicone band works with our WD6105. I love these watch bands from Barton, and got a self-contained quick adjust spring bar integrated into the design. Has an awesome locking system, a little tang in the keeper that locks in that strap tip there, and a wonderful unsigned but beautiful brushed polished stainless steel buckle system. And it's just comfortable and gorgeous as always. Love the texture on these Barton Elites, and you can see how well behaved our beautiful WD6105 from Watchdives is holding up with that silicone. And that lug pocket there is still nice, polished, very presentable, and just can't get over that profile with that crown guard, that turtle, that wonderful signature profile there that's so distinctive. Well protected crown. Love everything about this watch so far. Got a very nice, comfortable, lightweight lockdown with this watch band, making all the controls and function very easy and comfortable to adjust while on wrist. Very cool. All right, last but not least, I got a couple of NATO straps real quick, and these are from Watchdives as well. So not branded on any buckles or on the keepers, but they are from Watchdives, and they are high quality. They're very soft and well defined, good looking bracelets. And this is a black and orange strap, and it looks and feels wonderful. I'm very impressed with the quality of these. These were $9.99 at the time of purchase. and I will put links to all these in the description. But pleasantly surprised. I don't know, the orange and black one looks a little bright to me. And when I think of this, the Captain Willard, I'm always thinking of a vintage, more of a classic look, and really digging this other vintage looking strap. And let's get this one on and take a look. I can't get over how awesome these NATO straps are from Watchdives. Very, very impressed. These are premium feeling. I've got some other brands. I've got Blue Shark and some Bartons, I think some Richies, and some other ones. They're all good, but these are pleasantly right up there. So very happy, and I love the way this classic looking James Bond-esque, it's got the black, the gray, and some gold or yellow in it, and it just looks wonderful. What do you think? You like the NATO? You like the silicone? Or do you like the bracelet? I like them all, and I really like this watch. So, what do you think? An homage watch. Ode to Captain Willard, ode to Seiko, and very impressed. Thumbs up. Thanks so much for tuning in. I really appreciate your feedback. Please like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you next time.